Hi, I'm Melissa from SoGoSurvey, and I'm here today to talk to you about one of the most important decisions that you can make in your organization, and that is hiring. Let's take a look. No matter your type of organization, effective hiring is the most important thing that you can do to grow. Bringing in talent, bringing in productivity, great ideas are going to come from great people. Of course, unfortunately, the reverse is also true. Hiring the wrong people can bring great costs to your organization, wasteful to resources at best and disastrous at worst. So think about this in a few steps here today. Poor hires cost time and money. Think about the process it takes to hire an employee, gathering all the requirements, figuring out what the job is, advertising, screening candidates can be a very time-consuming task, not to mention interviewing and all the follow-up required in terms of scheduling and getting everyone on the same page. First, then, that's the first step, of course, but then even when an employee accepts the job, that means bringing them on board, training them, investing your team's time, and bringing on someone new. Of course, we know it's an important priority, and so people prioritize the onboarding of new employees. What we find in terms of the actual revenue cost here, the cost of replacing an employee is estimated at 30 to 50% of their annual salary. Pause on that one. That is a big, big number. We also know that beyond the financial aspect, it can also be very damaging to team morale. 95% of CFOs agree that a poor hiring decision has a huge impact. It affects the morale of a particular team. So with all that in mind, you need some information to hire well. Of course, it's one of the most important assets we know in our data-based economy. So knowing the job requirements up front, having a very clear understanding of this, whether you're the hiring manager, whether you're on the HR team, have a really strong understanding of what this job requires so that you know you're on the right track to find the right person. This means a clear job description so that you and your applicants are on the same page. It's very frustrating to have to re-explain things that are clearly posted, but if they're not clearly posted in the first place, then it's on you. Make sure you have a colleague also take a fresh look before you post this. It can be really great if it's someone in that same role to see if it's accurate. Maybe the hiring manager doesn't actually have the day-to-day experience to be able to give fresh eyes to that. The worst thing that you could do is advertise a position that's not really what you're hiring for. People will have that sort of sense of betrayal, like this isn't what I signed up for, and you want to make sure to avoid that, of course, up front. So what is the best way to reach out to your talent pool? Think about the channels that you're using. Of course, whatever you're using needs to be mobile optimized. People are searching, people are on their phones all day, in between all kinds of other interviews and appointments, certainly. So you want to make sure you're making the best use of those smaller screens as well. If you are looking for a specialized role, thinking about if you're hiring a headhunter, a recruiter, somebody to help you do that research, the right pay for the right person. Also, be careful to avoid putting all of these decisions on a single person too. Make sure that you're getting informed feedback by various others. So whether it's people who are on the same team, references, previous employers, it can be helpful not only to understand somebody's skill set, which you might be able to find from their resume, but also their personality types. We also know beyond skills, personality, performance is really the most important thing to find out, and it's very difficult to predict this, especially in newer roles or roles where people might not have done the exact same thing before. So situational questions can be a good place. In some cases, probation, starting off in a temporary type position before you figure out if this is the good fit, it can be helpful for both parties. In short, of course, the more information you have, the better. Keep in mind, preparing for this thorough hiring process, having this entire process in mind up front, makes it clear for you, for your team, and for your applicants, and ultimately, that amazing hire. If you want to read more about this, we encourage you to check out this entire blog post here and share your feedback with us. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for joining. We look forward to seeing you again soon. In the meantime, connect with us on social media at SoGoSurvey or visit our website, SoGoSurvey.com. See you next time.